The unit semicircle with some target values at pi over 12 intervals is shown. 3 of the statements are true, 1 is false. Identify the false statement. Alright, so here we have sine squared of 5 pi over 6 equals 1/3. 5 pi over 6 has the same sine value as pi over 6. So, what is the sine of pi over 6? Well, pi over 6 is 30 degrees. And the sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. So sine squared would be 1 over 4 because 1/2 squared is 1/4, not 1/3. So this is the false statement. But let's go through all the other answers as well. Here we have 3 pi over 4, which has the same sine value as pi over 4. Pi over 4 is 45 degrees. So this angle here is 45 degrees. Therefore, this is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So what is the sine of 45 degrees? Well, if we have our 45, 45, 90 triangle, and we know the hypotenuse length is 1, since this is a unit circle, we know the side lengths are the same, since this is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Therefore, we know x squared plus x squared equals 1 squared, 2x squared equals 1, x squared equals 1/2, x equals the square root of 1 over the square root of 2, plus or minus, and then multiply by square root of 2 over the square root of 2, x equals plus or minus the square root of 2 over 2. And in this case, we're dealing with positive sign values. So this would be positive square root of 2 over 2. Now, we're dealing with squared, sine squared of this value. So if we square this, we get 2 over 4, which is 1/2. So this is true, we can eliminate it. All right, here we have sine squared of 2 pi over 3 equals 3 over 4. So 2 pi over 3 has the same sine value as pi over 3. And using the same techniques here, we can determine that this is 60 degrees. And sine of 60 degrees is the square root of 3 over 2. So you can use this same method with a 30, 60, 90 triangle to determine that the sine of 60 degrees is the square root of 3 over 2. Square that, and we get 3 over 4. So this is also true. And here, what is the sine of pi over 2? Well, pi over 2 has the longest possible bar here, this line. That is 1. So the sine of pi over 2 is 1, squared is still 1. That is also true. The answer here is A.